I'm Donné Roberts, and you're watching African Canadian with Maxwell Boateng. Sotana wizard and the mantani feet havana. Mi sotana wiza usi malembo. Oh, aruvizard and the mantani feet havana. Tufiraniza imbati uta fitu ina. Sotana wizard and the mantani feet havana. Mi sotana wiza usi malembo. My friend Malembo, my friend Malembo. My friend Malembo, my friend Malembo. My friend Malembo, my friend Malembo.
Who was your friend Malembo?
Well, my friend Malembo, actually, it's a maiden name. I just made up that name to represent like all women. Because I wanted to call it like a certain name, like this name, but then I was like, no. There are so many women out there, and I want them all to, to take this as it's theirs too, But so I came up with the name Malembo. But indeed, it's for all women in the world.
Now, you were born in Madagascar. Now, Madagascar is one of those countries that a lot of people aren't too familiar with the location, right? Now, it's on the southern east coast of Africa in the Indian Ocean. Have you been back home since you came to Canada? And how long, how old were you when you actually left Madagascar?
I was 7 years old when I left Madagascar to Russia. That's where I spent almost 23 years of my life before I moved to Canada.
You were the first VJ, the first black VJ on MTV in Russia, right? So what was that experience like?
I didn't plan any of those things. It just happened, I was in the business already. I was playing with this boy band in Russia, just touring with them and, kind of thing. So, and then MTV kind of came to Russia after all this Cold War or whatever, And then they were looking for a black guy who would speak Russian and who would be able to do the job. So I went for an interview and they took me. So it was great. I mean, it was interesting.
You've been nominated for 2 Junos, right? You've won one in 2005, right? What was that like, winning a Juno? Was that like an aha moment? I've made it. I've done it.
The whole process about the Juno, it was a surprising thing. When we did this project, African Guitar Summit, the CBC producer, one time he just sent an email, say, hey, I have this project called African Guitar Summit, if you wish, and would you want to be a part of it? I said, sure, man, yeah. So when I showed up at the studio, then I saw a bunch of other guys, African guitarists. So we recorded the project and done, and everything was fine. It was a great studio, and that was it. Went home. Oh, then the guy was like, okay, your CD's ready. Come and pick up your copies. I said, yeah, sure, that's great. So we all pick up the copy, and that's it again. Went home, and I do my day job back then, and life is continuing, And then another email I get from that guy is an email like, guys, your CD's nominated for Juno. Which CD? The one, you remember you recorded in February. Oh, right, yeah, we did, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, this CD actually, yeah, that CD, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. So you guys want to go to Winnipeg? He was in Winnipeg for the Juno. And we went there and we performed and like, wow, are we going to win? I don't know. Then finally we won. They're like, okay, you guys won. The winner is the Juno Award winner is African Guitar Summit. It's like, whoa. That was like, wow. Was that true? It was like unbelievable.
And you were nominated a second time in 2007. So what is it about your music or that genre of music that a lot of people resonate with?
There's some sort of an honesty and some kind of innocence in the music we do. It's from heart, and I'd say it's from heart, from God. It's something natural, just out just I had it and give it out, like give it away kind of thing, without holding or without thinking too much or calculating, I guess.
What age was it that you actually, got a chance to finally play a guitar, right? I mean, what age was it that somebody put an instrument in your hand? Because, I mean, if it's natural to you now, then it must have been natural to you when you were younger.
I started actually picking up the guitar and started learning it when I was 9 years old. But I wanted to learn guitar like way before that, because my family, all my brothers, I have 5 brothers and 1 sister, so like 7 kids in the family, and they all play guitar, and I'm the youngest in the family. So I was just seeing them playing. I was like, teach me how to play, teach me how to play. And older brothers, and like, oh, shut up, just go away, just go play your game, things like, no, I want to play the guitar too. Oh, you're too small for a guitar. Guitar is too big for you. All kinds of things. It's big brothers, They always make fun and things like that. But finally, there was a guy who was like, kind of listened to me, I guess, and took me seriously and decided to like, you really want to play guitar? Sure, I'll show you how to play the guitar. Wow, sure. That was when I was 9 years old.
Your father, he was a diplomat?
Yeah.
What's it like growing up with a diplomat of a father? Because, I mean, my father was a veterinarian, my mom was in the medical field, and let me just say, strict. So what was your home life like?
Well, my dad was, before he became a diplomat, a long time ago, he was in the army too. So he didn't like long hair, for example. And when I was a teenager, I love, musicians and all these things. And back in the days, like long hair. And so that was a little bit of a trouble. But, my mom was always, kind of supported me big time. It was strict. I mean, I think my dad wanted to make it very strict, but, 50-50.
So Russia, probably a huge culture shock going from Madagascar to Russia. But you did a lot of good things there. You started Mother Africa, which is a festival promoting African culture.
After the perestroika, that's when things kind of opened up, and I was doing this. I was in the business, and I had this possibility to do this, to get together African artists and and models too. They dress up, with costumes and drums and things like that. So of course I was happy to to do it, and to be able to do that thing, to share that the culture, the African culture, to the Russian population. And we played also not only like for these or for that, not only for like students or we did like shows at like casinos, and so for the people who probably didn't expect to see anything like that, So this was the first African festival that the Russian people kind of had the chance to see, like how's African costume like, how are African women hair style and all these kind of things, and because African is like very rich in culture. So I used to write songs about love and suffering, and and have like almost calling for have a pity on me, poor me, blah blah blah, and I'm crying. But the song is like, I would feel like all dramatic on stage and stuff. And the other thing is, when after that, so I wrote the song, it's recorded, it's done, forget, move on. But those stories I wrote on the song actually coming chasing me after. And it started happening to me for real. Like the ladies start being mean to me and start going away, and I'm gonna actually that role, that the song that I wrote, like I'm that. And after that I was like, you know what, forget it, I don't want it. So after that I was just like, cheer up, like life is good, life is beautiful, enjoy, and a good thing will come, for sure will come.
Miss Sultana Ritumpu, Umena Wasafana.
Why did you decide to settle in Canada?
Well, why Canada? The answer is love. Fall in love and follow a woman. And ended up in Canada.
So there's a large African Canadian population here. You settled here. Do you find that you were accepted easy when you came to Canada?
There was a part when it was easy, and there was the part was difficult. So I would say it's 50-50. Of course, those communities, they help a lot, you know, like they would help you with everything, like finding a job, finding an apartment, friends and stuff like that. They have little communities as well.
Is there anything that you do that's Canadian now? Like I say A lot. Do you have any?
I think I say A lot too. I don't know. Yeah, probably I have a little bit. I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but I used to cook at home, but now I don't really cook at home, and I think sometimes that could be a Canadian thing, a habit that I just go out to eat, you know.
What words of wisdom does Donné Robert have? Any words of wisdom for any young person who's trying to fulfill their dreams and follow in your footsteps?
Be positive, you know, and have hope. Never lose your hope, and be professional and follow your dream, you know. But be positive, be professional, and be nice, be generous.
My friend, the more that you